No. All right.
I think it's good.
Let's do it.
Let's pop this bottom. We're live.
All right. Let me make sure my volume is off.
Buenas noches. ¿Ya cenaron? Are you good?
Mm-hmm. We are good. We are live. And I'm going to adjust this real quick. How does it look on your screen?
I don't know.
Looks good. Looks good. Oh, your camera looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks a little bit better, doesn't it?
Yeah. All right. I think we're good.
All right.
So, let me just open mine real quick for the comments and such. Looks good. Looks good.
You can be a little bit this way on my side.
Oh, there's a big lag today.
Yeah.
Looks weird on the screen. Looks good on yours.
Yeah. So, really cool thing. I have a new phone, Galaxy S9 Plus, and so far I love it because it's not auto-focusing like my Note 5 was.
And
so that is cool.
The cameras and the visuals are way better on this phone. What phone is it?
The Galaxy S9 Plus.
Stepped it up.
Yes.
It was time because of the autofocus. Right?
Exactly. So now it's good. I'm happy. And just got it a few hours ago, actually. So I actually got it, not specifically for this, but I did want to get it just in time for this episode.
Speaking of this episode, this is episode 9, my friend. We're almost at that episode 10, and I feel like we should do something special. A little different, a little special for episode 10.
For episode 10?
Don't know what that should be. If we should have another guest.
A raffle.
A raffle and a special guest. It's been a while since we had a giveaway. I'm going to write that down right now.
Like a big giveaway.
Giveaway
I think,
for episode 10.
Cool. Yeah. And to thank you all for coming in with us live. I know you guys have busy schedules, so thank you for spending some time with us, me and Adrian here.
For joining in. We're on episode 9 right now of the #1 home purchase experience. And so far, it's been good. I think we should give them details about, what a difference it's made for us by them interacting and sharing it and sending it to the people they know that actually need our advice.
Yeah.
Because I know we keep it very mortgage and real estate related, finance related, but that's what we know. That's what we do, and that's what we're here to share with you guys. But next week's episode, we'll get a little bit more detail as to what these last 10 episodes has done for the business,
for the reach,
like a
recap,
yeah.
kind of.
This is what our efforts and your engagement as viewers, as friends and family has done in the last 10 episodes, the last 10 weeks. I think it's the last 10 weeks, right?
Yeah, somewhere around there. It's crazy that we just started out of nowhere and said we were going to start doing videos, and all of a sudden we said, why don't we just go live? And it just, let's keep going live, and it just happened. That's crazy. And but thank you guys all.
We kept the momentum.
Yeah, and with the help of our viewers and for liking and sharing, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
And keep doing that, please. And send it to anyone that you guys think need this, or if they don't want to come on, type any comments on the Facebook Live here. They can definitely reach out to us. Because
the whole point of this is to get out there, especially for someone like me that's newer to Phoenix, get my name out there with people from Phoenix, and help people with that, what we previously covered in the past topics, credit, home buying, the things to do, not to do, and where to reach us for more advice, to sit down on a one-on-one basis for that consultation. Because you won't know unless you actually take the time to sit, right?
Exactly.
There was another point I was going to make, but I forgot. Just got back from LA yesterday. That's why I'm going to blame my lack of brain power on the flight. So it was a quick turnaround. Went there for a day, came back, and then went there on Tuesday, came back Wednesday night. And something interesting that we don't talk about that much, but most of us know, is the cost difference from Arizona to California. Now, I grew up in California, and I know home prices in California. I actually do transactions in California still. I'm licensed there. But you forget, unless you're actually there looking up Zillow and looking up house prices and talking to the agents there. And wow, what a difference. Not only the cost of living in somewhere like San Diego or Los Angeles, but in the home prices.
home prices.
My property, I compared my property to a property in LA, not necessarily the ritziest place either.
Right.
600 grand.
That's crazy.
600 grand for a small normal home that you would find in Arizona for 250 max.
Dang.
It's ridiculous.
That's crazy expensive out there.
And if you go on Google and you look up California versus Arizona homes, meme, there's an actual meme about it where it shows like a house in Arizona, it's a beautiful house, 300,000. Then house in California, 300,000. It's just like a shack ran down. It's basically an abandoned house, and there's truth to that.
Yeah.
Not that buying in California is bad, but it's just a higher cost of living, and you notice those differences.
Yeah, and I'm basically grew up here, so I just know about it, but I've never experienced that high cost of living. So
not yet. We're gonna make you state.
There you go. We're gonna go nationwide.
Nationwide, but we gotta start here with our people in Arizona, because that's what the focus is right now. And speaking of houses and home prices, you wanted to speak on some listings.
Yeah, I actually do have a couple of listings. One in Avondale, 4 bedrooms, off of Dizer and Thomas. Actually, more Dizer and McDowell, actually, in the Rancho Santa Fe community. So if you know about that community, you know it's highly desirable. And it's a nice property, 4 bedrooms and 2 stories. So let me know if you know anyone that needs to look at this property. I'll definitely be there to help you out. And then there's another one going for $215 in the Maryville area with the Pebble Tech pool. It's a nice property, and if you want a pool, there's that houses right now. There's a lack of inventory, and then you want a pool. Well, cut that down by 75%. So it's just crazy out there. Low inventory, but I have one coming up with the pool if you're interested. 4 bedrooms as well.
Nice. So and you can probably find more details on those properties or schedule a home tour.
Yes.
By reaching out to Luis directly.
Yeah. So
or for my audience, if you want to message me, I'll put you in contact with Luis. Not that you guys can't reach Luis because he's the most visible person on my page besides me these days. But yeah, schedule a home tour. I was just speaking to clients that you had sent me over this afternoon, met with them at 6 o'clock. And I told them, it's one thing to look at a home in pictures and using your websites that are so popular these days or apps to see the house and get that 3D tour, the 360 tour, all the photos. You won't know what the property's really like or how you feel about it until you actually walk through it.
Exactly. It's not the same. I mean, you want to drive, you want to look at the neighbor's house and just look at down the road, how does it look? How's the street maintenance? Just everything. The backyard. Do you have all the neighbors looking in? Into your backyard. There's just so many things that you don't see with the pictures. So you have to go out there. You have to feel the vibe.
On average, how much would you say when people contact you for your services and choose you as a real estate agent? How many houses do you narrow it down to once you get a feel for what they're looking for?
Right now it's like I said, the inventory is very scarce out there. So what we do is we kind of just send out the properties that are available, and they usually cut that down to about 5 or 6, and then we'll go look at those and see if that works, and if it doesn't, then we'll do it again. But usually about 5 or 6 at the most is what we do per day.
Right.
So, and then after that, it just depends if we can submit an offer and get it accepted and then move on.
Speaking of submitting offers, we do our best, and I actually just talked about this with the clients that I just met. We do our best to set you guys apart. In this marketplace, especially like Phoenix, that's so hot. There's so much demand for houses. People get these multiple offer situations. Yeah. And Luis you do handle this more than I do, but I do my part by pre-approving you.
Yes.
Going through your documentation and writing notes within that pre-approval that I issue, singling you out as a strong, eligible candidate for that property, which most other people don't do.
Yeah. On top of that, what I started doing is copying Adrian on any offers that we will be submitting. That way it gives the other agent, it's just easy, and why not do it, right? We are confident in our offer. So if you have questions, call the lender. He's right there. Email him. I think that also solidifies our offer a little bit more than somebody else would. So it's not just here's an offer.
And I've had the listing agent, the sellers, reach out to me directly because of the comments and the notes that I put in the pre-approval.
Yeah,
which help. Yeah,
which help.
It singles that person out, and they're like, "Hey, I saw your notes on this person. Yeah, what's going on with them? What's their deal?" And I'm like, "Well, I can't tell you their finances, but I can tell you that they're a strong candidate, strong approval. Consider them as eligible as the number one candidate for your property.
Right.
And hopefully we get them to the home that way.
Yeah, exactly. So it's good. Anything? I mean, did you have something else that you wanted to?
Oh, I know that we are for everybody that reached out to give us advice and constructive criticisms about the show. Yes. We are going to change it up a bit because we're going to listen to you guys. Yeah. We're going to try to be more conservative with the time. I know we run it late, 30 minutes sometimes. And speaking to some people, I said somewhere between 15 minutes, maybe 18 minutes is the right way to go. Yeah. And I agree. Not everybody has 30 minutes to watch this show, and I don't necessarily have 30 minutes to do the show every Thursday.
Right.
And so we're going to be making changes. Like I said, you guys give us advice, we adjust. And that's what it's about. We can only get better if you give us advice. Or we can only talk about topics that you guys are interested in if you give us feedback. And most of you guys have been. Today we're running a little bit late. It's 8 o'clock.
I know, it's a little
The engagement is not as good.
I don't think so.
But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. And how long have we been running?
I don't know. I was trying to check, but I don't here, let me see if I can go back. It says 11 minutes on my end.
So we got a couple more minutes. We'll let this run a little bit longer to that 15-minute point and see if you guys want to engage, ask questions, if there's anything on your mind, or if you know someone in a specific hypothetical situation, which we got funny comments on that. What was that episode where someone was like, hey, hypothetically, if a young man got a job and is living in his parents' basement and has been for the last couple of years, how would he get out of his house? Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend. That's what it is, right? Yeah. Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend. Yeah. Nick Cardone, Steven Alexander, Craig Lyon, and Sheila. Thanks for joining us, guys. You guys are the 8 o'clock crowd. The chosen to tune in. Yes. Nick Cardone is actually one of our past clients and a good friend of mine. I actually did their wedding.
That was them. Yeah, I remember seeing that. Awesome.
Good times.
Cool. So, by the way, he's going to the UFC.
Oh, yeah, UFC this Saturday.
If you're into that, I'll be there.
If you guys are going to be there, we'll be there. Let's meet up. Unless you're a crazy person. But I don't have any crazy plans. So.
We don't have any crazy people.
It should be a good time.
Yeah.
What do you got in mind, man? It's Poirier versus Gaethje.
I don't know. That's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a barn burner.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think for sure there's going to be a stoppage. But
I'm excited for that. That should be cool.
I'm going to go for Poirier.
Yeah, I can see that.
You see that?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think they're just gonna go at it.
And I'm excited for the local fighters around that card too. Phoenix is booming right now at talent, and hopefully we'll see more of them in the octagon.
Yep.
I think that's a wrap for me.
Yeah, that's a wrap. I mean,
number one home purchase experience, episode 9. Closing thoughts, comments, questions.
Call me with any questions you have. I mean, it's you know what it is out there. If you're looking for a home, you have questions, call me. We're here to help. And it's better than asking Google, because Google, who knows what answer they're going to give you.
It's better than asking the internet. Yeah. In general, I had this conversation earlier today. There's a lot of conversations I had.
I know you had all kinds of conversations.
But talking about online interest rates. Now you could go online and look up interest rates, but make sure you read the fine print.
Yeah, it's always in the fine print.
Because people will be like, I went to Wells Fargo or Chase.com and this is the interest rate that they had there. I was like, yeah, but did you read the fine print? Yeah. And in the fine print, you'll usually find that it's best case scenario for that mortgage rate. Yeah. And what I mean by that is they're showing it with 20% down with a person with a perfect credit score. Yeah. And just be mindful of that. Yeah. That way your expectations are not for that rate that's being presented. Because they're doing it to entice you. Understand that.
That's exactly what it is. Hi, Susan. There she is. And exactly. So I'm going to piggyback on that. Is sometimes I get some calls and, hey, I saw this house online and the payment's $700. It's like, really? Where's that at? Yeah. Because it's not here. I don't know where it's at. And come to find out, it's like they don't include the mortgage insurance, they don't include the taxes, they don't include the private mortgage insurance, they don't. Interest rate is probably like 3%, and we know that right now we're seeing in the 4s. Depends, maybe you get in the grant programs and you're looking over 5. I mean, it's all specific to you and your credit score and what down payment you're getting and interest. I mean, there's just so many other things, you know. Is it a second home? Is it an investment home?
Hey man, this guy's a lender already.
Or what?
You know all the guidelines. Yeah.
Well, I hang out with you, man. I learned some things.
Oh, that goes a long way.
Yeah.
But it's the truth, guys. Yeah. It's the truth, and we're not here to be misleading. In fact, that's the exact thing I never want to be.
Exactly. I mean, I'm 100% honest, and I tell you, hey, this is what it is. So I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Would we like to get you guys in that payment range that you see online? Yeah. And can we? We can, but there's things we have to do. There's adjustments we have to make. At the end of the day, I tell people, what are you going to remember more, the interest rate on your monthly mortgage payment or the actual number on the payment?
Right.
It's the actual number.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to see.
You're like, what am I paying every month? That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah, you're not going to open it up like, oh, good, my rate's the same. No, you're going to open it up and be like, man, okay, payment.
Exactly.
And we encourage those 30-year fixed rates. I know it's important to people. There used to be a time where adjustable rates were a common practice.
Yes.
And are they still available? Yeah. But they're really specific to a candidate. It has to be. How do I explain these circumstances? It depends on who you are as a person, what you're looking for, what your lifestyle is like, what your employment is like, and that's how we go about those programs. But it's not a common practice anymore. In fact, some people frown upon it. But and I know that people are warned about it. They're worried about it because I do have clients that sit in front of me. Like, I want to make sure that whatever rate I get is going to be fixed.
Locked, fixed rate is what they ask.
Always assure them, it's always fixed. Whether you want that 15-year fix or that 30-year fix, we'll make sure it's fixed and not adjustable. Because a lot of people got caught up in an adjustable rate and they found themselves in an economy that had high rates, and now they're making this payment that they can't afford.
Exactly.
And that's no good. Not for me, not for you.
Not for anyone.
If you default on that loan, it actually shows up on my record.
Really?
Yeah. Because we're federally licensed, which is also a big difference between someone in my line of profession, that this is all we do all day, versus a mortgage specialist at a bank. They're only state licensed.
Oh, okay.
It's a different
I
tier.
didn't know there was,
I explain it like this, and I don't mean to be harsh to anyone out there that's doing it. It's just the simple truth. It's like going to a paralegal to fight your court case versus going to an actual lawyer to fight your court case.
Okay.
There's a difference.
That's a good analogy there. Yeah. And by the way, I just want to say something. With fixed interest rates, they're not just for FHA loans; they're also conventional loans. Am I right?
VA loans.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I had someone ask me, like, I don't want conventional because I don't want my interest rate to change. And I said,
that's false. That's a myth.
Yes. So I just want to let you guys know, conventional FHA,
VA, USDA.
Fixed rates, you don't have to get adjustable rates for those.
There's fixed rates available in any program.
Yep.
You got asked that. That's a prime example that it is a concern of people out there. Is their rate going to change?
And that was just recently, and the first time I ever heard it about, saying that conventional loans couldn't go fixed rate.
I wonder why they thought that.
I don't know. But that's what we're here to help you.
Some family members, some brothers say, hey man, don't do conventional. The rate
don't
changes.
listen to the family members.
Unless we're your family members.
Unless I'm your family member, then listen to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Or him.
Or me.
Exactly.
But
cool.
We kept it short, we kept it simple. I think we're at that 15-minute mark now.
19, 18.
Dang, we went a little bit over.
Sorry, guys.
We will
Next
get
time.
better.
We're good.
This is the number one home purchase experience, episode 9.
Yeah.
Episode 10 will be our highlight milestone episode.
Yeah.
We'll celebrate a little bit, maybe do a raffle, and give you guys a good show that day.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a special guest.
Exactly. And then I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in with us every Thursday live, and share, like, comment. We do appreciate everything. Constructive criticism, it's always welcomed.
Any criticism,
any good or bad, it's all good. We'll take it.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All right, you guys have a good night. We'll see you guys.